Welcome back to one of my favorite sports podcasts, Frizz and the Grizz, with your host Trudeau and my guy, Frizzy Frizz.
Hello and welcome back to Frizz and the Grizz. It's your boy Trudeau. Thank you for joining us live. Monday, July 20th. You can catch us live on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. Hook your boy up. Subscribe to that Twitch channel at dfrizzy_Frizz5. And if you're only seeing part of the show, you can get the whole show on podcast next day. You know where you find podcasts. Apple, Spotify, wherever. We're there, baby. Very popular apparently now in Vietnam. Shout out to y'all in Vietnam and Brazil. But if you're going to watch the show or listen to the podcast later, hit the buttons for us. Rate, subscribe, review. Good show for you today. I always say that. Good show for you today. It's always a good show, though. We're going to cover a lot of the FIFA World Cup action, particularly dive into the World Cup final, which finished yesterday. It's sad to see it go. Now we're in the dog days of summer officially, but we'll get through it. D, what it do, man?
What it do, man? Happy Monday. It's been a great weekend. Great weekend leading into the beginning of this week, man. How's your weekend go?
Good, man. You know, like many men played on the soccer field and gave their all. But yeah, it was good, man. I had a great weekend. Just watched soccer. I actually did some tent camping in the backyard.
Okay.
Little one, testing it out. You know, myself, the wife, and my child tried the tent camp. I'm not gonna lie, D. I bailed middle of the night. I snuck out of the tent, went inside the house.
I'm not ready for that yet. I think we have a pretty cool setup to probably do that in the backyard, but I'm not a camper. I don't like camping, glamping, none of that. Whatever, like bring the RV. I ain't got no damn RV, but like go to a spot, a campsite, fire, marshmallow. I'm not a fan of that. I think remember when we used to do that up in Maine.
Mm-hmm.
And like I remember that because you actually shared a picture of the I don't know if that was the AVP tournament, but like we were playing beach volleyball. It just made me think of like old stuff back from 2010s. But yeah, that whole going up to Maine to camp. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm that life is way past, and I hope the girls don't ever ask to go do that because it's not what I want to do.
You can say the truth, D. You know you want to say it. Just say it.
What's that?
That's some white people shit.
I mean, 50% up there, 50% up there, and 100% in the kitchen right now. So like, it's not my cup of tea. But if they ever wanted to, obviously we'd explore it, try it once. But I'm like hoping that they're never like, we should go camping. I'm like, nah, I don't want to ever do that.
Yeah, and someone was setting off fireworks at like midnight around my house too.
Oh.
So like I swear, children, like young children, a gun could go off in the room and she would not wake up. Fireworks didn't phase her at all. Love it.
That's not
good
bad,
weekend. Good weekend, man. And you good? You had a good weekend?
I'm good, man. Let's just say I've been patiently waiting. What's that?
Cooking up some beef burgers?
They started a hashtag called Frizz Delivers, and it was hilarious. But I've been patiently waiting for a track to explode on, and now is my time. So I'll just leave it at that because this is about Frizz and the Grizz here.
Very cryptic, but I love it. I know what you're talking about. Do you want to dive right into the sports talk?
Let's get it.
All right, FIFA World Cup 2026. It's over. It's a wrap. We have a new champion. Spain, España, is our 2026 FIFA World Cup champion. It's their second championship. They've won previously in 2010. Fun fact, only 6 countries in the history of the World Cup has won the FIFA World Cup. Any guess on the countries?
Only 6 have?
Since I think 1954 or 56 was the inaugural tournament.
All right, so let me give a guess with obviously Spain and Argentina. Those are 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most recent. I want to say Germany won one back when I was
one. Yes.
Okay.
I think it was 2014.
I don't think Portugal has won it because that's the thing that's been eluding Cristiano Ronaldo. France.
Correct. They won the one before Argentina in 2018.
Did Italy take one home?
All right. You're getting very close to 5. The last one's a really tough one.
Italy
has 3 or 4. They have a lot.
I don't think I'm going to remember. I'm just like, I remember the Zidane thing, which is why I remember Italy.
Yeah.
France just happened. Obviously Argentina and Spain. And then, I'm not going to remember the next. I don't remember the last one.
I want to say it was the first World Cup won by Uruguay.
Yeah, I would never have
Uruguay
guessed
stuck
that.
in there with number
Yeah.
6. But in
Good for them.
modern history, there's 5 countries in the entire world who has won the
That's
World Cup.
insane.
Yeah.
Hundreds of countries that are joining in, and it's like, nah, we're just the Fab Five every single time this comes around. That's insane. And like they had ripped off stats. Like again, I'll probably butcher this, but like
Wait,
Argentina
I
would have been
missed
like
I didn't just did we not mention Brazil? Did I fuck up? Did I add
Brazil.
a
You didn't,
country?
yeah, you didn't mention them, so
Oh,
that they're
Brazil won.
clearly there. That's like the Ronaldinho days when Brazil won, I
Did
would
I add a
imagine.
country by accident? Wait, what did you now I'm getting myself confused. The answer was Spain,
Yep.
Argentina. Maybe there's more than 6, maybe there's 8. Spain, Argentina, Germany, France, Brazil, Italy, England has
Uruguay.
1, and Uruguay.
England.
8. There's
Okay.
8. My apologies. Not 6, there's 8. Wow, what an idiot.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I would have thought of it if you said 8. But yeah, England, that's when like so I'll tell you back, my FIFA days, like FIFA 06 or FIFA 07, like when they had Steven Gerrard and Wayne Rooney, that's
Mm,
when they were like that's
they
when
were
they were
awesome.
nasty. Yeah, like that's when I actually played so much FIFA, and like I could follow players and be like, "Oh, they play for this team or they play for that team." But since that generation is kind of retired, I think even Gerrard played like in the MLS for a little bit. Like I kind of stepped away from soccer. Like I stopped playing the game, which made me stop following the players, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the good thing about the World Cup is it sucks even the casuals in for a month of magical
Yes.
moments. And yeah, so Spain, second FIFA World Cup title for them. Congratulations to them. Argentina was looking for the back to back, and Messi kind of closing out his career internationally with back to back World Cup championships, which hasn't been done for a very long time. I think maybe I want to say Italy was the last one to do it. I want to say back in like the 80s, but um, a game that, in my opinion, was a lot distant than the score suggested. Spain was the best team in this tournament, in
Hmm.
my opinion. They played the best soccer after the group stage. Uh, they absolutely dominated the game against Argentina, and it felt like a game that Argentina was just trying to hold the rope.
Hmm.
And watching the game, the first half, it was kind of like feeling each other out. No one was super aggressive. Spain still controlled the ball for the most time, the possession. Second half, it was almost like, hey, Argentina looked in the mirror and said, we just got to get to pens. Like, we're not going to score on them. Can we just hold on and get to pens? Because I don't know how much you feel like watch soccer. You seem like you jet in and out. The last thing you want to do if you're the better team is get to
Or
penalties,
penalty
because
kicks. Yeah.
I don't care how good you are at taking penalties as a team. It's a fucking coin flip if you get to penalties. And Argentina's strategy throughout the entire second half of that game is, can we just survive? And it was just like stress the entire 45 plus, and then extra time for Argentina. And they almost did it. They almost pulled it off. Very start of the second extra time, Spain gets the goal. It was over. I thought it was a fun game to watch. I don't know how much of the game you caught, D, but I enjoyed it.
I tapped in when you asked if I was, because I had just finished up my weekend trolling. And like it was perfectly timed that you asked me if I was watching. So I watched the tail end of the overtime or extra time. Like that's what I was able to watch. I didn't watch the first 90. I missed all of that, unfortunately. I did see that Argentina was down a man. They were down 10-11, which didn't help, obviously, in the grand scheme of things. There was a point in time where I looked at like stats, and like they had said, like I think Spain had like 700 plus completed passes. Argentina had less than 3. And there was a spot where, or at least a time in the game before the goal was scored, where Argentina had 0 shots on goal and Spain had 20 with 10 on target. And I was like, this just sounds like an absolute ass whooping. It's 0-0, but it just sounds like somebody's just on the ropes, just like taking jabs and haymakers, not falling down, but just sitting there taking a beating the entire time.
That's how it felt watching it. There's
Yeah.
a lot of things to unpack from what you just mentioned. First of all, I think the best player for Argentina in that game was their goalkeeper Martinez.
I heard he had a ton of saves.
11 saves sets the World Cup record for most saves in a single match, and I think he got that record in regulation time, without the stoppage time or extra time, excuse me. He was phenomenal. He was the reason why they stayed in that game, and Yeah, I don't think he won the trophy for the best keeper in the tournament. I think that went to the Spanish goalkeeper, but he would have absolutely been deserving of that honor. And you mentioned the man advantage, the 10-11 advantage. I don't know if you saw how that progressed.
I did not know.
Okay, so soccer is an interesting sport as it's very similar to boxing or fighting in the sense that like styles makes fights. Like you can approach a fight in very different fashions. So example, UFC, you have like strikers, right? You have grapplers, you have wrestlers, you have guys who prefer to be, on the ground, like they're comfortable on their back and like,
Mhm.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So like there's different styles. Same thing with soccer. Spain historically and to this day plays a very people call it like the beautiful style of soccer, where it's just like, hey, we're not going to just try to take the ball and dribble, 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 touch pass. Like just keep the ball moving, possess. Like we're going to frustrate people. We're going to wear them down. We'll
Mhm.
wait for our chance to strike. Like we're not going to be impatient. Um, and Argentina, you could tell they felt the pressure of the tournament. Like they felt overmatched going into it, and they said, "Hey, we're going to make it a rock fight." And by rock fight, they were very chippy, very dirty, right? And it's been a thing with this tournament where like people have already been accusing FIFA of giving favorable calls
Favoritism.
for
Yeah.
Argentina because of Messi, of course. But yeah, they played very physical with Spain, and this guy Enzo Fernandez was kind of the villain of the match. He was the man sent off um, throughout the entire game. Right? He's taking some questionable. He's accumulating fouls, but no cards. Right? He's playing pretty physical and borderline dirty. And at some point, I think it was the 82nd minute, right? So he's been dishing it out all match to Spain. 82nd minute, finally someone in Spain like, gives him a little taste of his own medicine, but it wasn't to the occasion of drawing a card, right? It's
Just
like, dude,
enough for a whistle.
you've been dishing it out all match. You can take one back. He gets on the ground. He's all pissed off. He's looking at the referee, like flipping out. The referee mad. Referee goes, "I've had enough of your bullshit." Like, boom, here's the card, just for basically for complaining at him. Because
He
here's the
gave
thing
him a
about
red for the complaint. So
a
that
yellow,
happened in the nut.
He got a yellow
Okay,
for
you yellow.
complaining.
Okay, but
It's just
because
like
he
he got a second yellow afterwards, but he gets the first
mm,
yellow for complaining, right? And that's the thing. Like in soccer, it's an interesting sport how it's refereed. It's similar to like you're a Lakers fan, right? Luca, right? I'm gonna compare it to basketball where Luca's chirping, 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 chirping. Like people are, maybe Luca's not playing dirty, but like some players like play a little dirty. The referee's like, hey, cut it out. Like you're gonna get a T next time. Like you're
yep,
warned. This guy's been elevating, elevating, elevating. A referee's continually like, dude, you need to chill. Like the referee's job is to make sure the game is played way it should be. Like we're not supposed to
right.
be fisticuffed out here. Gives the guy the yell. He's like, I've had enough of your bullshit. Okay, cool. This idiot Enzo goes in for a hard tackle for no damn reason in the 93rd minute and just takes out a Spanish player. Now, granted, I think the Spanish player may have embellished it a little bit. He did like a
Ah!
four flips in the air, yeah. But it was enough to draw the card. So he gets the second yellow. They're out. Enzo Fernandez, like I'm going to say it now, I don't think Argentina would have won the game. But if they had a chance to get to penalties to win the game,
It was gone.
you need to have 11 on 10, especially if you're defending the whole time. So this idiot, Enzo Fernandez, because of his shenanigans earlier in the match and then complaining and like basically insulting the referee, cost him his team and his country the chance to win the World Cup and basically took Messi's last magical run because he's 39, by the way.
Yeah, he's up there.
It's over for Messi because of Enzo Fernandez. It's
Hate to
just
see it.
it's stupidity at its finest.
I mean, it's not like we haven't seen something like this happen in any type of sport, especially like American sports, where like the one corner gets a personal foul when he shouldn't get it, or the one
You know what this
power
is?
forward takes a foul when he's not supposed to. What's that?
The Enzo Fernandez incident ending the World Cup for Argentina, getting the second yellow, to
Mhm.
me, it's akin to one Draymond Green kicking
Oh,
who'd he kick in the nuts?
LeBron.
Kicking LeBron in the nuts, missing the game, and then what happens after that? The Cavaliers come back and win the championship that like 2 games later because Draymond got suspended a game. It cost them the game. They go to game 7. He misses game 6. They go to game 7. Cavs win. So for me, it's like very akin to like you did something stupid that was unnecessary. You ended up by costing your team the chance to win a championship or a World Cup title.
I like slightly agree with you because I think the Messi thing, you're comparing it to his career ending in World Cup appearances. Draymond kicking LeBron James in the nuts got him 2 more championships. So remember that part where
in a vacuum, though, for the 1 year.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm thinking, well, yeah, you're right. And then I'm like, well, but wait a minute. Then Kevin Durant went there and they won 2 more championships because of it. But yes, in a vacuum for what happened, yes, he cost them that team. He cost that team that championship. So yeah, it's unfortunate because I'm not an avid soccer player by any means, a soccer watcher by any means. But you want to see greatness go out on top. And although Spain was the great team, there were people that were pulling for Mbappe, obviously, in France. People pulling for Ronaldo in Portugal because this is his last run. And now they're pulling for, say what you want, you're still pulling for Messi. The same way that, like, you could not be a LeBron James fan, but if he's in the finals, you kind of want to see him win one more. Like, that's going to be because he's probably not going to get back again. So Spain playing spoiler to all 3 of them, which is absolutely hilarious if you think about it. Like, they're just proving that, like, sometimes a team is better than player, and they were the most dominant, one of the more dominant, from what I've heard, one of the most dominant runs. I don't know if this is a comparison, anybody said it, but like that team may not go down in the history of the best World Cup team, but they'll have one of the best runs, similar to the Knicks winning a championship this year. They won't go down as one of the best NBA Finals champions, roster player for player, but statistically, they'll go down as one of the best runs in the history of the NBA. And it's like sometimes like that's all you need is just to be hot. Spain's been hot for a while. I heard they haven't lost like an international game in like 58 matches or something like that, which is ridiculous. But like sometimes all it takes is for you to get hot, and it didn't matter who was on a run. They cooled off every team. They suffocated them. They gave up 1 goal in however many matches there are from the group stage to where they are.
Yeah, I want to say they gave up 2 goals the entire tournament.
One of them might have been an extra, but I think I heard a stat saying in regulation time they gave up 1 goal. It's like that's a lot of time. That's great defense.
It's great defense. Spain plays very good defense, but I think it's mostly because of their ability to control the ball. It's almost like, again, we're going to go cross sport because it makes more sense to you, maybe some of the listeners, is like the way Spain possesses the ball, similar to like a football team that has a strong run game, where the way it helps your defense is you don't give opportunities to the other team. And that's what Spain did. They just suffocated teams. Good defense, did not give them any opportunities. Because if you keep taking shots on goal, one of them's going to go in. Don't let teams get shots on goal. Don't give them the ball. That's what Spain did. And I agree to your points. Like, this Spanish team might not go down as like the greatest FIFA, World Cup run team or FIFA World Cup team ever. But the run that they put together, it doesn't look impressive on paper because there's a lot of like 1 goal victories. But it was 1 goal in the sense that they get that 1 goal, it's over. Like you're not going to get the ball back. You're not going to score. They're just going to suffocate the timeout. That's how they play, and it's effective as hell. I mean, they played against one of the best teams in the tournament in France. Everyone's darling to win, the favorite coming in, France, and they put on a clinic 2-0, 2-0. They would say in soccer, like they didn't even make France look like they were in the same stratosphere as them. This team was unbelievable. They were great. And unfortunately, they played a team in Argentina for Argentina, where they're the flip side of this thing, where it's like, how did y'all get here again? Like, I know Messi's Messi. He's the GOAT. End of story. He's 39. That team's fine around him, but like, it's not they're not filled. It's not filled with world-class players like France is. It's not filled with world-class players like Spain. It's not filled with world-class players like England. Like, they had a little bit of magic dust on them in this run. And to be fair, also, if you look at who they played getting to the finals outside of England, who should have won against Argentina, they had some cupcakes on the schedule as well. Like, they had a pretty easy run to the final. Minus Cape Verde. Minus Cape Verde. Like, Cape Verde,
that should have been the upset of the tournament if they'd got that down.
Shout out to you and Cape Verde, because Cape Verde almost took down Argentina, who was in the final, and Cape Verde in the group stage tied Spain 0-0.
Yeah.
Hey,
They
man.
played their asses off. Yeah, like I said, I was happy. Well, last time we were live, I'm proud to be proud to be Cape Verdean. So, like, I'm glad that that is a country that is on the map for hoping now there's international stars, international showcases. Like, they get the recognition that they deserve for what they were able to do during the World Cup.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting going forward for Argentina, right? Messi's 39. You know, I don't know if another World Cup's in his cards. He'd be 43 at next World Cup. I mean, he could possibly still do it, which is crazy. He could be like that Tom Brady because listen, say what you want, like Kylian Mbappe was awesome.
Striker.
Erling Haaland, awesome in this tournament. Who else was awesome? You could say Jude Bellingham from England. Awesome.
Yep.
Messi was arguably the best player in this tournament at 39 years old, which is insane. And the way he played,
one of the
my bad. The way Messi has played, I'm sorry. The way Messi has played too, and he's evolved his game, he doesn't expend a lot of energy. Like people will watch him play, like, why is he just walking around? Because he's smart. He knows he's 39. He plays the game the way that best fits him, and he'll just wait for his opportunity. So I think it's not crazy to say he could try to play in the next World Cup, but like it would be a challenge. I'm sorry, to cut you off before.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say his game. I mean, what do they say in hockey? I know I have to make references of other sports in order for me to like fully understand the sport that we're talking about. But what's the like the Wayne Gretzky thing of like if you took away all of his goals, he'd still be the point leader in the National Hockey League because of his assists, which is insane. And you see the transformation of Lionel Messi being an incredible striker, scorer, finisher his entire career. And then in the World Cup, he's the guy that's setting people up. Yeah, like that England game, that's the one I was like, wait a minute. He had 2 crosses that won the match. Like it's so you see him. Yes, I know a little bit about soccer. So when I say this, you see him lining up a free kick from outside the 18. You're scared shitless. You're like, damn, he can bend this. He might score. But there were times in the World Cup, like you said, where he realizes that he's not that guy where he has to dribble around like you see all the YouTube and TikTok clips of him from 20 years ago. He doesn't have to do that anymore. He's still magical with the ball on his feet, and he can put the ball where it needs to go to make sure that the younger guys that can finish are able to finish. So, like, I said it, and then I was like, well, wait a minute. Nah, he could probably play. If you're saying that Argentina is not as talented as France, they're not as talented as like England even, or clearly not as Spain, then why wouldn't he come back? Because like he's not going to get outplayed by anybody on Argentina. He would still at 43 be probably the best player on the team. And he doesn't even have to be the best scorer on the team. He could be the best playmaker. He plays midfield. So it's not like he's a full striker. Like his game is made off of running around the entire field.
He is a striker, but like he plays what they call like a false 9 at times, where it's like he's not a true striker in the sense that he's going to stand at the very like with the center ready to make runs like Ronaldo would. He doesn't mind coming back and playing more of like a central midfielder role of assisting. So to your point, like he plays that sort of style, so it's not as taxing as you get older.
Like Steph Curry.
Yeah, I like that comparison with Gretzky because like you said, the way he played, he did score a ton of goals in this tournament. So don't get me wrong, but like when he was at his best, it was setting us guys up on his team. And those 2 crosses against England, it was just like in the perfect spot. Like, it was just, I don't understand how he does it at that age, but like the exact perfect spot where no defender can touch it, and it's just right there for his guy to finish it. It's one of those things where, like, again, crossing sports, like Tom Brady could probably play till he's 55, but the problem with Tom Brady is you're going to get hit, and you don't like that.
Right.
But he still has the touch on the ball. He still knows how to place the ball, the timing, and everything. That's the thing with Messi, right? It's like, give him a free kick. He doesn't have to run. He's just like, I know exactly where to touch this ball and put it where I need to put it every time because I'm that great. So I don't know what's going to happen. He can play in the they have another tournament in 2 years.
Every 2 years, right? Yeah.
Well, the World Cup's 4 years.
No. I meant what you're about to say is every 2 years because I remember I don't think it's the CONCACAF or
The Copa America.
okay.
America.
There was a time where like if the EA Sports would release the World Cup game every 4 years, and then the one that's like in between every 2 years. So like every 2 years, you knew you would rotate for whichever international tournament happened. Like that's how I would follow along as to it. So I knew the tournament that you're talking about.
It's not quite like the World Cup is like the world encapsulated. Like there's also sub tournaments of like the Americas, Africa, Europe, Asia. So like, you know, you play to win your region, so you can still compete in that. But yeah, I mean, once he's gone, I don't know what's next for this Argentina team. Like it was molded in the face of Messi, and in fact, like their latest manager basically evolved the style, the managerial style to basically suit Messi. Like he evolved their tactics to play a game that's suitable for Messi, which is smart. So I don't know when he's gone. It's, you know, maybe the next great Argentinian arises, but I don't think they'll be thought of as like, hey, World Cup top 6, 7, 8 favorite next go around if he's gone. On the flip side, right, you have Spain, who they did win this year. Their face of their team is only 19 years old. He was obviously very quiet in this tournament, and Lamine Yamal, you know, I don't know if you were introduced to him before, but he's a 19-year-old winger.
Oh yeah, the kid with braces, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's very, very good. He
one of the youngest to play in a World Cup game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He won the youngest, like the trophy for like the best young player in the tournament. I don't think he scored a single goal in the World Cup, but
nope.
To be fair, coming into the tournament, I don't know if you knew this about him. He had suffered a grade 2 calf strain, quad strain. So he was playing with
the group stage. Yeah, group stage. They like subtly subbed him into one of the games, like at like the 80th minute to get him his like. I remember that was like the talk. Yeah.
Yeah. So like he's their up and coming great player. You know, he's already being thought of as like one of the best players in the world. Great prospects. So like Spain's at the top, and like there is hope for them to continue going forward. Just funny thing, because we talked about Messi and Yamal, and I kind of wanted to bring both up to bring this particular thing to you. And I don't know if you've seen this. Did you see the picture floating around the internet of
the baby picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it. Do I know what it means? No, but I did see it.
Okay. This is great. So you don't know what it means.
Please enlighten the fans too, because I'm sure they're wondering.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to find it while I'm talking, you can show it. That'd be awesome.
You want me to share screen?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if it's not too hard. So it's a picture of a young Lionel Messi, you know, with the hair coming down, baby face Lionel Messi. I don't know why I don't know the context of this as to why he's doing this, but he's bathing a young child in a small baby tub, like with soap. I don't understand why this picture was taken at all. But you know who that young child in the picture is?
Is it Yamal?
It is Lamine Yamal.
Wait, is it really him?
It is really him.
It's not a Photoshop thing. That's actually him.
This is actually Lamine Yamal. And there was like, obviously you couldn't predict this baby would become a world-class soccer player. There's no way to predict this. But this picture is taken. Here's the crazy thing, D. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So Messi's already a up and coming star at this point, right? Messi's a known entity. He's this young prospect, 19 years old. Messi's 19 at this time when he takes this picture, bathing a baby who is Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal grows up to beat Lionel Messi in Lionel Messi's last World Cup. How old is Lamine Yamal?
The same age that Messi was when he took that picture.
Fucking wild, man. Like, dog, time is a flat circle or something like that. Is that how the saying goes? That's kind of weird, huh?
That is insane. So I saw this picture. I thought, like, I mean, obviously you can't just read comments, but I thought this was like troll. I thought this was like Photoshop of like he's the father. You know what I'm saying? Like he's his kid's kid, like father. And now that I know the breakdown story of it, I was like, that's insane.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that is kind of insane if you think about it that way. There's also people that have said that it's like a plant, like he's only good because we want him to be good. I'm like, I don't think the whole country of Argentina really feels good about that, though. Like, I think the entire country of Argentina would want to win the World Cup instead of placate off of some random things that Americans are saying troll-wise. Like, sometimes the world doesn't revolve around us, bro. Like I think Argentina would have rather won the World Cup if that's the case.
And why would people just be trolling for no good reason, right, D?
It's just, I mean, there's time that you should, but I digress.
Anyways, it was fun, man. I'm sad to see it go, mostly because we are now in the sports graveyard until football season starts. I don't think you're getting your baseball fandom back this year. But it was fun.
I've tried. The only thing that's really keeping me around is just like umpires making bad calls and then tossing people for arguing, ABS stuff. Like I think I've seen more clips and I've been surrounded more around Barry Bonds hitting his 762 because I think recently he just got like the last rejection of not being eligible for the Hall of Fame. Like he's no longer eligible until he probably dies, and they'll do the Pete Rose thing. But like I think now I'm stuck in that algorithm of like every other day I'm seeing the one that he hit when he broke the record for 762, and I'm just like, oh, that's pretty cool. But other than that, I know the Red Sox were on like some crazy run of like 20 straight wins or 20-2, something stupid. But they were terrible at the beginning of the season. Other than that, I'm sorry. I'm trying, and I've even like tried to search for it, but being in the Raleigh area, there's no baseball. So like I'm only going to be able to watch it if the Braves or if the Orioles are playing. You know what I'm saying? And
they're both so far from you.
Yeah, like neither one of them can I follow. At least we're up north. We could joke around and I could watch, Red Sox games. But no, I'm not seeking out Braves games, and I'm not seeking out Baltimore Orioles games.
So we'll have fun next couple weeks. The last couple of thoughts I just want on the World Cup before we get out of here. Two things. Yeah. Number one, I thought it was a pretty successful World Cup for the U.S., Mexico, Canada hosting. Like I thought it went smoothly. I thought, there was no complaints about anything. And it was nice to kind of see everyone, like all the countries come into the United States. Like a lot of people enjoyed some of the culture and stuff like that. Like you had the Scots up in Boston getting wild. Mm-hmm. I remember watching in Mexico City, I think after the first game, Mexico won their game and South Korea won their game, and the Mexicans and the Korean people are just like taking shots of tequila together, dancing in Gangnam Style. Like it was. I think this World Cup brought us some really cool moments of just like, not even just like cultures in America, but just like all the cultures in the world coming together. And that's what this is about, right? The World Cup is about bringing the world together, enjoying this one same thing. Does bum me out how it ended with, I don't know if you saw after the match, Argentina players trying to fight Spanish players, but like that's funny. But like in general, like it's been a very cool experience. And brings me to my second point is there is a low-key chance that the United States hosts the World Cup again in 8 years, which is wild to say.
I feel like they don't do it that quick of a turnaround. But you want to know why?
That
or and that bread.
The cards seem to be breaking, right? So like the rules of FIFA is that they want to give everyone a chance, like every region a chance to host. They rotate the regions. So the 2028 World Cup is actually going to be in Spain, Portugal, and Morocco.
Oh, okay.
So it's like same thing with this World Cup where it's 3 host countries. They gave Morocco is like the very tip of Africa next to Spain and Portugal. So what that does though is if you rotate country or continents, that crosses off Europe and Africa low key because Morocco is part of Africa. So like those are 2 continents gone. I think FIFA is hosting another competition before the next World Cup in South America, and there's some event in Asia as well for the next World Cup.
So like the only thing that's left remaining,
the rotation works in such a way that the United States could be eligible again. And if you think about like if you're going back to North America, there's only a couple like real countries that could host big events in North America. It's like Mexico, US, and Canada. So like there is a chance that like we see the World Cup again here in the States in 8 years.
I think the United States still did a good job of putting on a good show. I think it took a while for it to become like commercials everywhere and like all of your shows are engulfed in it. I think the beginning stages of it took a while, but post the group stage when the US made it to the round of 32, I think that's when it took off a lot. I think that's when people were like, oh, wait, this is serious. Like, I know they ended up losing, but it like you saw coverage everywhere. And the fact that like you had these crazy stadiums, who knows what's going to be built by, by 2028, but like not Levi's. Did they play at Levi? Actually, they did play at Levi. That's where
it was San Francisco Stadium.
yeah, but
I
like they
know,
got to play there. They got to play at Alliance
Very
Stadium.
World.
Like, yeah, like these crazy like stadiums that they may not be. I mean, it'd be funny if they played like college stadium. Obviously, you would never do that, but like 110,000 people. Imagine being at like Bryant Denny.
Man.
Insane if you were to do that at Tuscaloosa, but there's no chance in hell you're doing it in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. But like I wouldn't be surprised if the Rolodex starts rolling and like, should we do this? And then you see a random team like New Orleans go, let's get rid of the Superdome and let's rebuild Mercedes-Benz because we want it to come down here, down to the jungle. And now that 60,000 fan stadium in New Orleans is like 85. That would be insane if that were to happen.
I did want to shout out one thing before we leave because you maybe just jog my memory.
Yeah.
Shout out to Arthur Blank and the owner of the Atlanta Falcons because they decided, in Jerry World, Jerry Jones is charging fans of the World Cup $25 a hot dog because what else are you going to do? You're going to not eat? They kept their prices low for the event. And I've actually been to State Farm Arena in Atlanta myself for the Hawks. You can get like a hot dog and sort of like $4 there. Like whatever they're doing in Atlanta for like the prices of concession, they just keep them very low to keep people happy. And they decided they were going to not bone over the fans. Arthur Blank decided to keep the prices, keep them low and not bone the fans. So shout out to that man. I don't know why I thought about that, but I saw some of the price gouging. It was absurd.
I mean, if you do that, like people will go to your stadium. That's half the battle as to why people don't go to the movie theaters. Like, yeah, I don't want to spend $15 on a ticket, but I really don't want to spend $12 on popcorn that I'm probably not going to finish in a big ass soda. Like that's where it adds up. So if you can get the concessions to be low, then yeah, you'll most likely have people returning. Which is why they probably sell out.
I'll have one beer if you're charging $12. If you're charging like $6 a beer, brother, I'm gonna have like 6 beers and 5 hot dogs. Let's go. Anything else, man? Or should we? Do you want to talk anything else sports wise? I know this has been a weird time of the calendar.
No, I mean, there's just not. I'm not gonna force feed it. We know that the sports channels want to force feed NFL. I'm not ready for it. I am ready for college football, but I'm not.
And stuff.
No, I don't want to. I don't care. Like. Clearly clickbait. You think Lamar Jackson is the 67th best player in the league. Like that's just stupid. Like I don't want to go over that. We don't need to talk that. But yeah, I'm ready for football season, but not right now.
You know what it always is too? This is the secret sauce behind ESPN. So they list anonymous scout says this.
I hate that.
And you know who the anonymous scout is?
Probably them.
The producer at the show be like, hey, we got to figure something out. Let's just say an anonymous scout said this.
Yeah.
We can't give our sources out. Sorry.
Can't cite them.
Absurd. All right, man. Let's hit up closing takes. I actually got a good one today. And then we'll get out of here.
The show is coming to an end. But first, it's time to get to anything we've missed. It's closing time. 1 segment, 2 takes. Go.
All right, closing takes is a chance for me and D to get off one last take before we get out of here for the day. It can be sports, can be pop culture, can really be whatever we want. I'm going to kick us off first. I actually want to talk about NBA Summer League in particular. I wanted to get your opinion, D, on what they're trying to test in the Summer League. Did you see the free throw rule in the Summer League?
Yeah, it's like very gimmicky college basketball, high school basketball-ish, but please enlighten the fans.
So what they piloted in the Summer League, and I think they're piloting because they actually low-key want to try to roll it out in the NBA. They just want to test run it, is that every time you go to the free throw line, you take 1 free throw. No matter if it's a 2-shot foul, an and one, or you're fouled on a 3-point attempt, you take 1 shot. The idea is, right? Let's say you go for a layup, you get fouled, you get no bucket, so it's 2 free throws. Instead of having someone get the ball, do their free throw routine, take a shot. All right, let me go back, high fives, wipe my sweat off. Get the ball, do the free throw routine, take the shot. No. You get up to the line, you shoot it once. If you were originally going to shoot for 2 points, that one shot's worth 2 points. If you're fouled on a 3, you get one shot, it's worth 3 points. If you're fouled on an 1, it's one shot, 1 point. So you just take one free throw at all times, and you're shooting for whatever point value you would have been like the number of free throws you would have
got.
Yeah. The idea and the reason why they want to they were looking at is like, hey, the fans just bitch about how slow the ends of games are. Like free throw fests are a thing. You know, we joke about guys like SGA, Foul Merchant, but like, can we speed up the game? Can we take less time of just watching guys taking free throws and more time playing basketball? That's the thing they're trying to solve for. That was they were trying to pilot it with this new idea. I don't know what you thought about that, D.
I love this idea. I am all about pressure burst pipes. And you want to talk about game on the line? You have one free throw to shoot, and it's worth 2 points. Oh, that's going to cause some drama because normally you're down 1, and you're like, hey, look, I just got to make 1, and it's at least overtime. It changes the entire game if you get fouled. You're supposed to be shooting 2, and now you have to make 1. I am all for the nonsense. Yes, that is. So when I said gimmicky, I just thought it was like I know I feel like this is a very long time ago, but like when we would play, I don't know if you played travel, but similar to like college basketball, like remember the books, the people that used to write down like this is what he did, shot here, miss, so on and so forth. If you when you're shooting 1-1, if you miss the front end of a 1-1, you don't get the second one.
Yeah.
So like I thought that's what they were thinking about doing. No, this is better. Yeah, absolutely. If you see a, not saying any boy because I think he's a good free throw shooter, but a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander type player looking to draw fouls, and you've now missed. Let's say you missed your first one, it's going to get in your mind. You missed the second one, you're technically 0 for 4. That's how it's going to be recorded, is what you're saying?
No, you'll be 0 for 2.
Okay, but you still get the points for it. All right, cool. I thought you were gonna get credited for like you missed one. It says you're over 3. But all right, I see what you're saying.
Let's say hypothetically you take 10 free throw attempts to make this easy.
Yep.
And all of them are on 2-point fouls, so 2-shot fouls. Let's say you go 5 of 10. You hit 50% of your free throws. You're getting 10 points because each of them were worth 2 points each.
Yep.
So that's the idea.
So you're a 50% free throw shooter, but you got 10 points off of it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. I like this. I hope they roll this out. I want to see people shit their pants at the end of games when they have one chance to make a free throw down 1. And they're like,
go ahead.
No, you're good.
I say it more or less cut down the amount of time at the free throw line by like 33% to 40%. So it's less time, free throws.
You do have people like Giannis Antetokounmpo who take the entire 10 to 12 seconds to shoot a free throw. So yes,
it would have an interesting impact to it, like not only on the free throw, like the pressure idea, right? I think guys like a Mitchell Robinson would just, oh my God, it would be.
Why would you be in the game?
It would be brutal for them because like some of those bad free throw shooters, and by the way, there's a statistic about this, D, that free throw shooters are 4% more likely to hit the free throw in the second attempt.
Yes, that I knew. Yeah, I 100% knew that. Well, that's why I just said the 2 for the 1-1 situation. I've always wondered this stat too. There's no way that you can find it, but I always wondered what somebody's free throw percentage is after they airball the first free throw.
Oh, has to be bad.
Like you want to talk about pressure. Like that is, I've already airballed once. I can't do it again. So like that's a statistic I'd love to find out. But yes, I did know that your chances of making, just basketball player myself, if I missed the front end, I would be like, all right, cool. I missed it because I didn't have enough legs. Yes, yeah. I didn't flick a wrist. I hit left side of the rim. Like you can adjust to it. But if you only have one shot and then you don't get back to the free throw line for another 15, 20 minutes, you may not be able to just remember the adjustment that you were supposed to make.
Well, plus I think there's also an advantage too. Like you're running around, you're exhausted playing a game of basketball. You missed the first one, you have an extra 10 seconds to like recoup and like catch your breath and get yourself together. But the second thing I'd be curious about if they do make this change and how it would impact the game is like, we think about people's players' minutes on the courts, but not all minutes are created equal, right? So, for example, like if you play 36 minutes, depending on your sub pattern, you might get extra time to rest. Like if you're subbed out during ends of quarters, which is a thing that teams
6 minute mark too.
Yeah, you get extra time, right? The same thing goes with like the idea of free throws. If there's a lot of free throws that are taken in a competition, hey man, if you take 2 free throws, that's 15, 20 seconds. You just stand there, at top of the arc. If you're a guard, just like catching your breath, getting yourself back together, right? If you start speeding up the game with less free throws, I'm curious what that would do to like rotations and minutes in the NBA. Because you would have guys getting fatigued more.
Yeah, I'd like that. I wouldn't mind that. I hope you wouldn't see more load management though. Oh, there's too much time that's sped up, man. Like, shut up. Get on the court. Take steroids.
I heard an interesting statistic, and we'll get off my closing take 1 second. The other day is, do you remember like when Mike D'Antoni came into the league and took over the Suns, and they had the
7 seconds,
7 seconds, and that was like, oh my god, like mind blowing. This is insane basketball. Like, what is this?
So many possessions.
If you took the Mike D'Antoni 7 seconds or less offense,
they'd be ranked like 76th.
They would be today. They'd be ranked dead last as far as pace of play.
Mm-hmm.
So like, imagine.
Yes. I know.
It's these guys are getting, like, I know you're joking about load management, but like the way they play basketball today is just so much exertion, and it's probably why you're seeing so many injuries. But I digress.
I mean, let them just take steroids. There's a reason why everybody in the 90s was bald. Like, let's just call a spade a spade.
Segue.
Why did everybody that was 27 years old look like they were 45 and bald?
Are you accusing of Michael Jordan of steroids?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no way that guys in the 90s played 82 games with worse traveling situations and worse like training staffs. Like, absolutely. And I'm perfectly fine with that. There's nothing wrong. I think that's when that's when baseball was great, is when people were taking steroids. What's wrong with that?
There's a pattern on our TikToks where when it's something you're doing or saying, people just get mad at you. And you accusing Michael Jordan of being on steroids is going to flip the internet at you.
Can't wait. Cannot wait. Absolutely. Double down, 10 toes down, stand on business, whatever it is that you want to say. Michael Jordan was one. Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll look up after the show. They did a thing called the Extreme Olympics, maybe 4 months ago, where it was like it was no testing. It was just like take as much steroids as you want. Olympic events, and it was hilarious. It was held in Las Vegas, of course.
Definitely got to go see it.
All right, let me cue you back up with some music, man.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Oh, no, that's not what you want. All right, what's your closing take?
Love the track. So actually, I'm actually gonna give a big shout out to the University of Nebraska. I'm sure you have no idea why I'm going this route.
Shout out Corn.
Yeah, the Cornhuskers. So they're doing something that's absolutely great. And we know that there are people in sports, parents, obviously, that are, I would say, generation post us. We grew up in if you're going to play football, you can run Oklahomas, helmet to helmet, get up, sprint at each other, and slam your head as fast as you can up against your opponent. Toughest man wins. Like, that's what we grew up in, unfortunately. As we get older, we see that our friends are like, well, I don't want my kid to do that. So they're catering more towards flag football. And the reason why I'm saying this with flag football and the University of Nebraska is because of I want to make sure I say her name correctly, Lacey Nemchick, who has a full ride scholarship for being the D1 Nebraska quarterback for their flag football team. This girl she throws missiles. Like, if you get a chance to go out there, there's no stats that she has. There's nothing like out there for, numbers or whatnot, but they have video of her literally taking snaps, 3-step drop, throwing a pass, darts, 20, 25, 30 yards downfield. And she's the starting quarterback for a D1 school that plays flag football. I think that's pretty legit. It's even better that she's a female. Obviously, I have 2 girls. You have a girl. So it's like one of those, yes. Does dad always want to throw the helmet on and bash it into the wall and say, yeah, be tough? Yeah, of course. But like, I can see this being, as flag football gets into the Olympics, it's going to be something that is bigger for our generation of brutes that is just like, just football, to be like, oh, there's other ways for me to enjoy the pigskin thrown around the field. And even better that Nebraska's got, I can show this video to my girls, be like, hey, yeah, dad played football, you can too. And like that, it's just a cool thing that I saw over the internet. So if you get a chance, again, Lacey Nemchik, it's full scholarship. Like she's education is paid for.
That's
for her to go to school at the University of Nebraska and play flag football. How much better could that get? You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty dope.
Congrats to you. You'll never come across what we're talking about, but again, for somebody that's got two girls, like it's cool that I can look at them and say, hey man, this is the pilot. You can play basketball, you can play football, one of them, but you play one of them.
I like that story, man. I appreciate you doing that. I'm gonna take it to like a dumb place now, of course.
Oh, here we go.
Because you talking about like the brutes, like we'll run through a wall, like all this stupid. Cam Scadaboo's not going to survive like more than 2 more years, in the league, right?
Goodness.
That dude
He's not going to re-sign his contract. The Giants can't.
That dude is the dumbest brick meathead I've ever seen in my life. Do you see him try to do a backflip?
Yeah, his backflip. And Jackson Dart's right there with him. Like, it would have been worse if you didn't attempt it. Like, dude, Dumb and Dumber over there, Ren and Stimpy. And like people have tried to like compare, like, well, look what Gronk did when he came into the league. It's like Gronk was 6'7", 280 pounds. And yes, he had back problems, but he also had one of, if not the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the sport throwing to him to try to help him out. But that's not Cam Scadaboo, a second-round running back that had injuries in high school, injuries in college, and snapped his ankle in the NFL. Kind of want to protect your assets. So I don't know, man. Like, I get it.
I've seen that man do like clips of him doing his live streams, and he's just smashing his head into a football helmet until he bleeds. That dude's something else, man. And say what you want about Gronk, by the way. Like Gronk's
that brother suited up.
But I think he was smart in a sense. Like I don't think he spent $1 of his earnings in the NFL.
Nope, just all endorsements.
Yeah, Gronk's low key like plays the dumb card a little bit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why wouldn't he? You know how much better his career was because of that?
Yeah.
He was the party animal. And then now he's a host on Fox Sports for Sunday Night Football, Sunday afternoon football. Of course, yes, he played his cards the perfect way.
Hey man, we almost hit an hour just talking some World Cup. I knew we were gonna do it. We always do.
I'm not mad at it. Not mad at all.
I'm excited to see what the next 2 weeks or next couple weeks bring us, depending on what we do. Like, let's find some fun shit to bring on the show and have a good time. How's that sound?
I like it, man. Let's do what we can.
All right, get us out of here, right, man.
All right. Hey, appreciate y'all being here. Couldn't be any happier. I think my camera's all foggy. It might need to be refocused. There we go. Fixed it. Appreciate y'all being here. Please make sure that you find us on all of our social media platforms. You can find us live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you miss us live, definitely catch us the next day. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is you find your podcast. Website's at the bottom, frizzthegrizz.com. You can definitely check us out on there. Please make sure that you hit us up on the TikTok. It's got the best clips. It's where you can find us make all these takes. They're funny. You can laugh at us. You can comment. You can be mad, whatever it is. But just join, comment, like, all those bad things. Please make sure if you got any beef that you got going on over the weekend, Frizz delivers. Just make sure that you know that. He always delivers the beef. Please make sure to take care of y'all mentals. Oh, I almost said it. I almost forgot it. Be a friend.
Yeah.
Say something nice. You never know what it could do for them. Make sure to take care of y'all mentals. Please make sure to take care of y'all physicals. Take care of y'all chicken. Take care of y'all children. And we'll catch y'all on the rebound.
That's when it just clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over again. They just not gonna want that.
Think there's a deeper metaphor there?
Run through a motherfucker face.